All right, this is a man. Not a lot of women are willing to do this job. Not it doesn't appear particularly dangerous, but it's dirty and it's gross.
Did you ask women that if they were willing to or not?
Yeah. It's been available to them. Sanitation workers have been available to them.
Hold on. Can I ask you, are you scared of spiders?
Yes.
Are you scared of spiders? Be honest. Hold on.
Touch My Blade donated $200. I personally find it easier to learn language after I have shelter, food, water, security. Only mainly because without those things I'm not alive to learn language.
That's
just me though.
He's got money.
Scared of spiders?
Mosquitoes?
Scared of spiders?
Terrified of them.
Scared of spiders?
No.
No?
No.
No?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
Dude, haven't I grabbed the spider?
You?
Well, not scared of
do.
spiders.
Cockroaches.
Not
You?
scared
But
of
spiders
spiders.
are okay.
What's his name? Are you scared of spiders?
No.
Have any of you ever
that
I just
asked?
crush them with my hand.
Yeah, it's because you're men, right?
But have any of you ever lived with a man or been in a room with a man and there was a bug of some kind?
Yeah, and he ran away screaming, so I got it for him.
That's a
Okay, well, you date soy boy liberal cucks.
That's pretty funny.
I mean, it is what it is. But look, I've encountered my own anecdotal experience. I have spiders. I've had spiders in my rooms. Women are like, a spider.
I mean, you've been with.
But I'm not. I don't.
Say that about
You're
everybody.
with
I mean, I wouldn't do
submissive
that.
women that are willing to just do whatever you say.
Exactly.
What?
That's what
Well,
you
then why
expect.
would-
That's
that's
what you
what you just
expect
told
from
me,
women,
but
to
about
be
men.
submissive to you.
You panicked when a
Wait,
guy
what?
had an unloaded rifle. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, would you
Like,
if someone had a gun towards you? If you didn't know.
an unloaded rifle? That your boyfriend
moment
walked
that
around
you
with an
know it's
unloaded
loaded or
rifle?
not.
It's
Should we
like-
play
I
the
know
other
it
one?
wasn't loaded.
Let's do the
That's
other one
what
really
we're
quick.
doing.
Exactly.
All right. What about this? What about this? Okay. All right. Now this is really intense.
That is so sick.
This is
He chose to do that. Ain't nobody told him
Like,
to
no
get
one
that
else
job.
did.
Well, someone
here's the
has to
reality.
do it.
Yeah, somebody has to do it. Women ain't trying to do this shit.
Oh, fuck that.
I would do that shit.
You see the lights in here? You see the lights? You
You
know when
would?
it's fucking freezing?
You would do that?
Some women would.
But you know the
Do y'all
people-
enjoy light? Do you like
What do you
electricity?
do? Well, like, what do you do right now?
You?
Me?
Yeah.
I just moved here, so I'm just in school.
Yes.
Well, what have you done before as a
Like
job?
work?
Yeah.
I was a ride operator.
You were a what?
A ride operator?
What is that?
I operated rides at Six
Like a county.
Flags. At Six
Full
Flags?
throttle.
You mean he had the little switch panel and you pushed the button and it made the ride go?
Yeah.
You just want to make sure I got it. You would climb up there in the middle of a snowstorm to do that job?
I would. If
You
I was
would.
trained, yeah.
Anyways, all right.
I believe you.
I really forgot, so if you can
I
remind
was
me.
like,
then
do
we'll
you
talk
guys
about
Oh, the
enjoy?
spider thing.
I was like, do you guys enjoy electricity? And
Yeah,
you're like,
so-
do you?
it. Well, yeah, right.
the difference
I mean,
is-
can you survive off of it? You can't.
Yeah, but the difference is I acknowledge that if it wasn't for
can.
men who are in infrastructure jobs, we would not be enjoying the electricity which we have.
It's just electricity. Like, yeah, men do the job for it, but like
You-
at the end of the day,
Do you realize how
why are
important
you, like, praising
electricity
of-
is? Even if we didn't remove
It's just electricity.
if a
bro.
female
need
wanted
If-
to do that,
hold on.
then
Even
she
if we
can
didn't
too.
get rid of like the sewage and the telecoms and the trucking and the transportation.
Girls are truckers
Hold on.
too.
Okay.
They
Even if we didn't
transport.
get rid of those other things, do you realize how pampered the lives we live are? If we singularly got rid of electricity, we would all be like collectively panicking and fucked. If it's in the winter, we're dead.
Yeah,
No,
I
not all.
100%
Not
agree with you.
not me,
I never
I'm
said
good.
I
The
did
human
it.
race
But I
survived
just
in the
asked
no
you,
electricity.
don't you need electricity
Like, that was
too?
a thing.
I
Yes,
just all I
but I'm
asked you.
grateful for the men who provide it,
Perfect.
while
I'm
your
grateful for
pampered
having
asses
electricity.
have contempt for men.
I'm grateful for everybody that has put the
And you
effort
don't-
to give us electricity. Everybody, male, female. Because you're telling me not one female has not helped?
Of course.
Oh my
It's all
God.
just male,
Also,
male, male,
though,
male,
yeah.
male.
I mean, there's
Men
also,
are here's the point blank.
We need someone to
Men-
sign the paychecks for sure.
Men are unilaterally responsible for every bit of comfort and security you are currently ungratefully enjoying. That's the difference. I acknowledge.
I pay my taxes.
I don't have that kind of job, but I.
Touch My Blade donated $200. Internet is cool. Phones are fun. Any deep sea divers in the group? What is your favorite welder? You more a mig or tig gunner gal?
Nobody cares.
I mean, there was an era where electricity didn't exist and the human race did just fine. That doesn't mean it's not a great thing. But also, if we're going to talk about what roles
do you think
are
they were
more
doing
important than
before that,
another
though?
one, if we're going to talk women, if women are delegated to second class whatever roles,
That's
those
not-
are okay. Well, if
All
you
right,
think there are
go
certain
ahead.
positions meant for women, and then we,
I'm not even saying that. But go ahead.
so
go
you're
ahead.
saying nothing is then.
Just go ahead. Go
Okay.
with your point.
If those are caregivers, nurturers, educators, are those not just as important as
Nope.
the physical aspects of this world?
Nope.
So if women are delegated to these roles, or if they're better at these roles, it's because they have specific traits that men don't, which is empathy, caring, love, whatever. And that's not to say men don't, but it's
Well,
less.
no, that
and so what
wouldn't
if it's
tell
just
that
the
they-
world of men who are in like the higher class levels? Then a world of
wait,
like sociopaths?
higher class? Wait, what do you mean higher class levels?
I mean, sorry, like you said first class or first level, second
oh,
level.
you're going back
whatever.
to Andrew's argument.
Yeah, so when you're talking about traits, so I'd reject your first premise where you say women are doing these jobs because they have traits which acclimate them to the job. So I just kind of reject that and say, well, no, I think that they do those jobs because they don't have the traits to do the other ones.
That's what you're assuming.
So then
though.
men are doing the roles that they're doing because they have better traits.
Well, they
but
have the
women just don't have any
capacity-
traits
they
that
have the
apply to any
capacity-
Or they
position?
prefer it.
I'm
Okay, so
trying
then
to-
you're saying that
well,
women do the
Let me
nurturing.
answer the question. Hang on. Let me answer it. Okay?
Uh.
What I'm saying is that if you were to take away the idea that, it could be that women are only relegated to do these jobs because they have the best traits to do the jobs. I would just give the kind of counter response that no, they're relegated to do those jobs even though men can do those jobs because those are
Not
the
as
jobs
well.
that women are capable of doing, even though men are equally as capable of doing them. And by the way, I will go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt that I'm wrong. All you have to do is give me a single job that you think that men are not just as capable of women at doing, and I will do the same with men to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, parenting, mothering, nurturing, educating.
What parent? Wait,
Educating,
I'm sorry.
definitely educating.
Hang on, I just want to make sure.
Anything that has a
One at a time. So let's start with mothering, right? You would agree with me that women only do that job because they're the only ones who can be mothers, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Great that
But
it
when
is.
you're talking about parenting, there's no way you're ever going to say that women are just better parents than men, or men can't do that job as well as women, right?
But
You would say that?
I would say yes. More fathers are absent than mothers.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the capability of men to do the job of parenting is not equal to that of women.
How?
Oh, then a woman
Because
can easily
you're
do electricity.
you're making this kind of great conflation that because they can't. I'm making the exact opposite
So
argument.
because women don't go for these jobs, they can't?
No. That's a different argument. So your argument was if they're relegated to those roles by men, then they're relegated to those roles because men think that they're valuable in those roles because they have the traits that acclimate them to those roles. I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying no, that men can easily do those jobs just as easily as they can do the jobs that they're in now, but the reverse is not true.
Okay.
So when you say parenting, I think that men are just as capable of parenting as women.
Okay, we can disagree.
You don't think they're just as capable?
So why is it that you
Wait,
think
hang on. You don't think they're just as
Well,
capable?
I think just like you don't think women aren't as capable for certain positions, I think men aren't as capable for other positions
What?
that are equally as important
What?
that I just named.
What?
Educating, nurturing, parenting, literally
Why-
any
wait.
of these roles that you think are delegated.
You think
delegated
why?
to women.
Like
Well,
what?
then why do you think these other
Well,
positions
I'll
that
tell
men
you.
have
I'll
are-
tell you.
Tell me.
I'll tell you. But
Sure.
let's start. We already went over soldiering, for instance, right? And no, women are not just capable of men at soldiering. No, they're not.
I didn't say they were.
Now, I'm saying that's my example then. Your example. I would like you to give me whatever your evidentiary is that men are not just as good at educators as women. Let's look at professorships. Let's look globally at professorships.
Well, then let's look at
hang on.
doctors
Let's
and
look at
lawyers
scholars.
and
Let's look at
engineers
doctors.
that
Let's
have
look
had
at lawyers.
awards that
let's-
are women.
Well, wait. I'm not disputing that women can do those jobs. Never disputed it. I'm just telling you that men can do them equally as good. And so if that's the case, I'm giving you counterexamples where women can't do this job equally as good.
Like sanitation?
So I really don't understand the equation, right?
And also in terms of parenting, if you look at the stats of single mother households compared to single father households, the single mother households are much more likely to produce criminals, to produce people who are mentally ill, to produce people who live in poverty, feminists, male feminists, and the like.
Male
because the
feminists.
that
father
person
isn't
Those
present,
mother.
and the
that person
baby needs both
experienced?
parents.
That-
No, this is
Wait,
statistics.
wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Jake, can you give your concrete?
See, that's a
concreting
great
example?
feminist counter. Actually, the great feminist counter is, well, that's because men aren't present. So all the data is coming from single mom households because there's so many of them to choose from. I agree with that. Actually, that's a great counterpoint.
Thank you.
The problem is that
Okay.
now we're able to. Now the court system has changed. Men are able to get custody of their children more. So now what we can do is we can look at the data of.
That's true. They struggle more in court.
Yep. So now we can look at the data of what happens when you grow up in a single father household versus a single mother, and we can draw it 1-to-1. The outcomes are still better in a single father household than single mother.
Well, that's a very.
I think that's very
blanketed
opinion.
statement.
Wait.
That's
so,
not opinion.
Jake,
There's a
do you
lot
want
of-
to
It
give your
is.
concreting
It is.
example? Then I'm going to move it on to dating.
I was just going to say, do you guys like Barack Obama? Do you think he was a good president?
Yes.
By the way, you can
Well,
also find that data
politically.
that I just cited on the Substack of Rachel Wilson. She got all of it together so that you can see for yourself in single father versus single mother households how they fare differently.
Okay, I can look into